What's up? Going into my Knight's Chronicle account info and progression, what I'm going into, guys. So let's start. So I've been playing daily. I think I've missed like 2 days or so since I've been back. One was because I was just crazy running errands on top of a work day, and then the second time I was burnt out for a day on pretty much every gacha, but still managed to like get some farming done in a couple of them. So here's what I'm working with right now and what I have been working on. Got my Ashley fully awakened. For those who don't know what Ashley's like fully awakened, and yes, I know before people yell at me I shouldn't have upgraded too, but already almost max, so might as well. Pretty much his skill 3, which is his big ulti that hits hard, it's attacking in a cone now. And then he'll also get Veil of Phantasm as long as he puts Ebony Wounds up, which he basically puts Ebony Wounds up with all of his abilities. So if you get a counter version of Ashley with high counter, it's actually pretty annoying to fight him in PvP because he'll always have the shield that just dodges everything no matter what. So pretty good times there. Need to get more attack power on him and all that fun stuff, but overall he's doing pretty well right now. So, and definitely if you're coming back to the game, that should be the first awakening you work on. Now, Elektra, I'm working on her awakening as well. Unfortunately, do not have the farm for the last one. I'll get into why later, possibly I'm going to, but eventually when I do, she's going to be Fire Incarnate at the beginning of every wave, which is basically anytime she gets hit, 250% of her defense is going back on whoever she's hitting, or whoever's hitting her, rather. And then also protection to all allies, so essentially they force the enemy to fight her at the beginning unless they have some type of passive block or buff strip, etc. Really awesome character, almost got her 1 maxed. And then probably once I'm done with her 1, I think I'm going to go ahead and get her 3 max just for the taunt, the chance to taunt. Although her 2 max is actually pretty sexy too, because while the shield really doesn't change, she's Fire Incarnate for 3 turns, which is the same thing, 250% of her damage is going back. And chance to burn goes up, which as long as something's burned, she'll basically attack back. I believe that's how that works. Yeah, she always counterattacks when attacked by burned or ignited enemies, and she throws out burns and ignites all over the damn place. So really great tank. She can handle and tank most content. I've taken her into a couple dungeons that I wasn't familiar with and managed to tank it just fine. So pretty good stuff there. Cynthia's my my PvP DPS for the most part. And then after that, stuff that I've built since I've gotten back. I built Lydia up, finished her epic quest. What else? I got Ramuh's costume. I need to build her up a little more, actually. But basically, Ramuh's making people, was an abnormal status immune 30% of the time after her turn. Built Marduk up, because there's one dungeon that only he can tank, pretty much. And built up Wendy a little bit more. Wendy's actually pretty freaking ridiculous. She puts auto crit on everybody and increased single target damage on her second skill. Now Yang was one of the collab units. Collab's gone now, but basically if you get her right, she pretty much counters almost every turn and she can hit really hard as a holy. Pretty good unit to have up. I actually built my Verdandi, which is funny. Coincidentally, right when I started building Verdandi, Nikita disappeared. Because that was the original dungeon where she came out. I still need to work on attack and all that stuff. I just gave her runes and purple stars and all that, but got her ulti to level 3. So I rolled a water Luna, so upgraded her along with another copy of her that dropped from the banner. Vladi, I haven't built him up a ton yet, but I have gotten his skills up. I gave him runes. Vladi, for those who don't know, he is an R unit that got an enhancement, and my Dark team is notoriously weak. And that's another bone I need to pick. I should actually release a video on that, about how Dark really needs a different type of support unit. But anyways, so essentially when you upgrade him, he hides allies that get abnormal statuses. And so you can make him really tanky, and he actually gets fairly ridiculous, but he puts up lots of bleed. He's immortal, he comes back to life twice. And gives himself adrenaline, so turn haste. Pretty good unit overall. Incorporates Looming Death into his kit. Just really good, really solid unit. I'm actually in need of upgrading some more Dark, and unfortunately most of the Dark units in this game, they, support-wise, not too much Resurrection going on, and or Resolve, as well as a lot of them, the supports do like the evasion shield thing, which is cool, but it's like every one of them does it. So it's something's got to give there, but anyway, so those are most of the characters I built. Now, as far as what I am going to do with my next awakening, I'm on the fence. Clearly, I got Ruby ready to go, but also right now there's an Elizabeth banner. I've pulled for her, I'll show you guys in a second. If I can get Elizabeth, I have an Edwin. I would like to do the dumb combo that I will show you guys later in a second too. But if I don't get an Elizabeth, I'm probably actually going to build Damien, which is another thing I'll get into. But so, what I'm going for, let me show you the banner. Okay, so right now, Elizabeth, who I love, or I'm trying to get rather, Cynthia, who I love as my main DPS. I did get a Haspile, which means once I build him up, Elektra gets 30% more life, which makes her even more a ridiculous tank. And Maya I'm not too familiar with, but people told me she's pretty good. I've pulled 3 times on the banner, mostly to get the Awakening Essence, and I'm just sitting on my crystals right now, see what other banners are going to be coming, because if there's nothing good next week on the banner, then I'll pull 4 more times, get the 50 Awakening Essence, and I'll be finished with Elektra at that point. Now, reason that I want Elizabeth, actually it's kind of hard to show here, because I'd have to show you her Awakening. Let me go ahead. We'll just go to the Codex and I'll show you guys. Because that's like her base skills, pretty much, is what they were showing right there. Where is Elizabeth? In here. Towards the bottom, I believe. Yeah, there she is. Okay. The way Elizabeth works. When you awaken her fully, she gets weaken. Now, weaken in this game, or at least for her, decrease max HP by and current HP by set amount. The amount is 90%. It's freaking ridiculous. So she can take a tank, and she can just smash the tank to 90% of their max life, and the tank essentially becomes one-shottable by pretty much anything, unless it has revive, yada yada. So that's really good with her awakening ability. That's her 6-star awakening, but she also has weaken on her level 60 skill. 100% chance to fire weaken for 2 turns. Every time enemy affected by Crow Phantom counterattacks. So Crow Phantom, that is a buff that is unique to her. Only she has it. She puts it up. Chance on hit. And as well as with her 2, also gives an additional chance there, and her 3. So essentially, if she's going and she's lasting a while, you can reduce people's max HP. Now, the reason I want to team her with Edwin, go ahead and find Edwin here, is Edwin also has an awakening. And let me try to find the skill that actually does it. Well, anyways, here we go. So 85% chance on his 6-star awakening. Change all enemies' HP to that of the lowest enemy, excluding bosses, at the start of the turn. And then yada yada. But if you combine that with Elizabeth's thing, then essentially, you know, you're fighting PvP, non-boss packs. You just effectively smash if both of those things go off and you line it up right with the attack speed. You can smash through enemies like crazy because they're going to be at 10% of their max health. And then he can change all their health to that health. So in that case, once again, like I'm saying, if I get Elizabeth, I'm going to build up Elizabeth and I'm going to build up Edwin. If I don't get Elizabeth, then I'm actually going to build up Damien. Now let me go find, oh, actually he's one of the knights. Now, reason I'm going to build up Damien, he also has an awakening. That basically makes him a little bit better than Ruby at removing buffs. You see here, 80% chance to remove enemies' damage absorption at the start of the turn. So shields, what have you. And then also grant damage immunity to himself upon multi-strike encounter. And basically you skill up his 1 as well as his ultimate. And this guy just becomes a wrecking machine. And pretty good in PvP, pretty good anywhere where there's shields or other coverage things. And yeah, this guy will actually rock pretty hard. You get him in like a friend unit. You can smash Cowley in like, you know, a couple minutes, if that. With this guy now, because he just destroys all of her clones. Just like lickety split. So that's what I'm torn on right now. But once again, if I get Elizabeth, I'll go for the Wombo combo. If I don't, then Damien's my next one. And then we'll see what happens after that. Otherwise, that's pretty much what I'm doing with my account. Now, I have also managed to smash a couple of the new bosses, which I actually need to put out guides for, but they changed the dungeons so quickly now. It's like every 2 or 3 days. It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes, but let me show you guys the bosses I've taken out. I've also completed most of the epic quests. There's one I haven't done because I need the fire essence. I haven't done Meryl's because I need the fire essence for my Elektra's Awakening. Now, Tesla I managed to do with a group of, it was Elektra's the tank. I took a friend's, I forget her name now, Momo, the new holy DPS top tier. Is that right? No, it might not be Momo. Okay, it's not Momo. I think what it is, I took Ashley, 2 Ashleys. Or you can also take, I forget his name, but the little kid with the pilot hat, dark unit. Because he's one of the bonus units in there, and then just take Lydia support and another support, and you're pretty much golden there. Ashley should be able to smash whatever's going on. So she's pretty cool. She works entirely around Jolt and Shock. Essentially, she puts up Jolts and Shocks, and then she has a battle boost device, which is once again a self-stacking buff. And basically increases her attack, among other things, as long as stuff is shocked or jolted. So interesting unit. Not sure if I'm ever going to use her, but she's there if I ever want to. What was the other? I beat like one other Advent. I forget what it was. I am starting to beat Nikita again. It's funny, you can smash Christian's dungeon really fast now with the combination of Ashley, either double Ashley or Nyx, etc. Pretty crazy. I thought there was another unit, maybe I'm just tripping out. I guess it's just the old dungeons. No, there was one I beat, wasn't there? Oh no, it was that Momo dungeon. I think I beat it, it's the... I think she's a holy unit, let me go. Oh wait, no, if it's with Momo, she would have to be a dark unit. See if I can find it. Maybe I didn't beat it. Just tripping out. Looking at all the Advent heroes. Well, I think what it was, I got to the last stage and then I lost. So my bad on that. Anyways, but as far as who I am going to build next, you know, assuming I don't get a new OP character or whatever, what I'm thinking is still gotta give my Marduk better runes, but he's basically geared up now for broke. Yang still needs some more attack power. Verdandi still needs more attack power as well. I'll probably start working on Damien, because I think actually it's a different Damien. And maybe that is the one. Well, anyways, obviously I need to give him purple stars and all that to prepare for his upcoming awakening. Vladdy, I'm still building him. I'm also building more of my dark units because I need to upgrade my dark team. Because you see here, if I go to just like my dark team, you'll see how weak it is for the raid boss. So Nyx needs more purple stars. Ashley, pretty much Ashley's doing okay. Vladdy, I built him up. Kane, he's still solid, but everyone else is either low level or doesn't have purple stars for the most part. So that'll also be one of my focuses. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on. Now, as far as coming back to the game, what I've noticed, They cycle dungeons, like I was saying earlier, a lot faster now, which is actually pretty cool. They also run a lot of the double farm events rather concurrently, which is actually pretty cool. So like, you know, it'll be double mystic and double growth, or double runes and double golden, or what have you there. So pretty good stuff there. The advents, these are obviously the super easy to farm advents right here, so I'll go smash those later. And multi is still not worth it, unfortunately. I don't even know why it's in the game, but whatever. Also, I'd like to put out an informational here. So we're rebuilding the guild. And I think I mentioned this once, but it was at the end of a video, so let me go ahead. If you guys want to join, it'll be like a casual guild, but we are serious about clearing the guild dungeons and getting all the mission rewards and stuff. As you can see right now, don't have a bunch of super active members, so I'd like to change that. So if you're coming back to the game, or you just need a guild for whatever reason, or even possibly a guild merger, let me know and we could talk about it, because I need this to be fully cleared every week, or at least mostly cleared every week again, just for the farming status. And see here, we got some active members, but we also, you know, the majority of them long time ago, so I'm willing to kick all these people out if we can get some active members. But I realize now this game's in a very different place from where it was, and people just prefer to be in like super full guilds with OP characters and guild battle and all that. I understand, guys, but if you're coming back and you just want a chill spot to hang out at, yeah, you can come hang out with us. So we got Dark Razeth in the guild, and a couple other people came back. You know, they're messing around with other gachas too, so. Anyways, the farming rate's been really good, and I'm overall very happy with where this game is now. I'll show you guys the shop so you guys can see how the costumes have changed. They run a good event every couple weeks now. And yeah, so I'm trying to think of who had like a pay to win outfit. Well, anyways, all the $20 outfits, they've been reset to... Marduk was one, 400 crystals. So if you didn't know about that, I still get people that didn't know about that. Pretty good stuff there. If you can get the... Funny to see Verdandi actually look feminine. Anyway, so that's a good addition, good fix. Fixes most of the issues in the game. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all that's going on with my account right now. It's slow going. I got all the epic quests done except one now, so all of my farm is going into side stuff such as events, labyrinth, time space, that type of thing. So, and the game's in a really good spot right now. I actually am really enjoying it. Really good spot. Can't wait to see what the next banner is going to be. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So if you came back to the game, you're messing with it, let me know your experiences. What you're enjoying, things you're looking to do, things you're looking if you want some changes, etc. And I will see you guys later on. So have a great day. Peace out.